So, welcome to my speech. It's titled What Not to Do at a Stoplight. Audience, Professor McGrath, fellow Toastmasters, imagine you're driving down a road, and it's the same road you've been down hundreds and hundreds of times before, and your phone starts to buzz. You pick it up, you answer the text, and you put it down. In a perfect world, you do this all the time, and you never put yourself or anybody else in danger. Now you see all our news reports and all the commercials on TV about texting and driving and people dying because they weren't paying attention. I know these are very annoying because they constantly try to make you feel guilty, and you see them on every channel. But in their defense, there are some truth to their words. Now I'd like to play you one of those commercials in case you've gone this long in your life without seeing one. If my mouse would cooperate. Hello? Boom, look at that. Oh, beautiful. You really don't need the sound because it doesn't speak at all. That's why I pick one of these fancy dance commercials. I feel that commercial holds a very strong message. Now I want to tell you a little story about a boy fresh out of high school and his friend who wanted to go to the mall. Now let's call this boy Michael. And he did not drive, so he obliged his friend and decided to tag along. So there they were, driving down the road that they'd been down hundreds and hundreds of times before, jamming to the Pink CD that was blaring in the car. And the girl who was driving, her phone starts to buzz. She picks it up and answers the text. Now in a perfect world, nothing would have happened, they would have been completely fine. But a perfect world was just right there out of their reach. And they found themselves on a collision course, right for another car. And because of that text, Michael got out of the accident with only a few cuts and scrapes and a broken thumb. But his friend broke her back. She was on the couch for the rest of the summer. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was Michael, and I will remember that day for the rest of my life. The number one fake news source, CNN, has several articles on why texting and driving is dangerous. In one case, I read that a driver named Laura Maurer was pulled over to text a client, which is a very responsible thing to do in that situation, and I highly suggest if there's an important text, please pull over to the road and answer it and cautiously get back onto the road. It was when she got back onto the road that her phone buzzed again and she glanced down to check her phone. And when she looked down, she ran into a 75-year-old man on the tractor and killed him. Now you might be thinking, oh Michael, this is just one incident and this really doesn't happen to everybody and not that many people die because of collision courses such as that. But did you know that Edgar Snyder Law Firm reported that 1.6 million crashes every year are related to texting and driving, and 11 teens die every day due to texting and driving. Now, 11 a day doesn't seem that much now, but that's every day. If you put it into the prospect of a year, that's 4,015 kids who could have changed the world but didn't because they decided to answer a text while driving. With all the problems that are going on in the world, with hate, war, and global warming, just to name a few, texting and driving is something that can be handled a lot easier than the topics I just brought up. So just put down your phone because you could possibly be along with 4,014 other kids. Now, throughout the speech, I will admit, and before I continue, here are a few statistics. Now, throughout the speech, I will admit I've sounded like those depressing commercials, but I really do hope that you take my words with some seriousness, along with the commercials. Because you might be down the road hundreds and hundreds of times before, but you never know what could happen. A childhood hero of mine, SpongeBob, once said, feeding your snail is not something to do at a stoplight, or making a sandwich, lighting candles, drinking water, calling your friends, karate chopping the TV, and shooting the breeze with the mailman. The one very important thing you forgot to put in was texting and driving. Thank you for your time. And if you'd like to learn more about this subject, there will be a website within the description of this video. Thank you. All right, word. Thank you so much. You guys